very good afternoon and welcome to the breezy skies around the Havelock Sports Club as we host Wesley versus St. Peter's College on your number one sports channel, ThePapare.com. Wesley are top of the group alongside St. Peter's College, and that's all going to change today at the end of 70 minutes because one of these teams in this group will be beaten. They're currently on 3 wins each, and this expectant crowd here packing the Havelock Sports Club both in their double blues and their crest of St. Peter's are here to watch these teams battle it out. Terence Henry with a watchful eye over his double blues charges as we look at the weather that we expect today, and it's going to be a maximum temperature of 32. It's pretty humid out there. That's the main statistic I think we need to look out for. It is cloudy, but hopefully the weather will remain cloudy and not have the heavens open up. I was talking about Terence Henry. Props make good coaches and they also make decent commentators. SW Chang is at the commentary box with me to call this game.
Yeah, hi everyone. A good battle on with the two unbeaten sides, and you are predicting that one side will go down. Hopefully that won't end up in a draw, Shanaka. Then we are going to have the points for and against. But I think Wesley at the moment currently are on top with the points for and against.
Yes, Wesley are favourites probably going into this game, and that's not something you say often when a team plays St. Peter's. But St. Peter's recovering from some early season mishaps and now back to full strength. As we look at what happened over the course of the last week, we had Trinity taking on St. Thurston rather, and we had Royal taking on St. Joseph's, a big win for them. Then we had Sumangala taking on Vidyartha, and what an outstanding win that was for the Summa boys. They've got 2 wins in a row now, and Wesley travelled all the way up to St. Anthony's and won that one comfortably. And an absolute tri-fest between St. Thomas's and Mahanama. Mahanama coming close, but not close enough in a high-scoring encounter. And then we had Zaira taking on Kingswood, and you would have thought Zaira were the favoured team, but unfortunately for them, Kingswood, the visitors, ending up winners. And then a real scare for this today's team. St. Peter's against Science. They were 1 player away from having to concede that game, and then Isipatana, of course, travelled up to Dharmaraja and won comprehensively in difficult conditions. And then this was probably one of the games of the week. We had Ananda taking on DS Serenayaka in what was a close match, 22 points to 18. And SW, I have to say, I for myself have been pretty surprised at how the newly promoted teams have fared against the bigger teams. They've all been competitive games, and in a long season, that's going to tell on the big teams as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Shanika. The teams that have come up this season to play the big boys, as we call it, the education teams, they've done pretty well. And you see Sri Sumangala College has already recorded 2 victories. And in Group 3A, it's all comes to good this thing battle on, and speaks good for the future of rugby. But I think all I want to know is that between school and club there's a slight gap, and if they can put in have a under 21-22 tournament, it will do great for Sri Lankan rugby.
Yes, we used to have a fantastic under 23 tournament a few years back, SW, but the boys who played in that probably have 23-year-old kids themselves now. And this week's results, we had 3 matches yesterday. DS Serenayaka coming through against Science in what was another high-scoring thriller. 10 tries scored there and 36 points to 29. Just 1 score in it between the Dons and the lads from Mount Lavinia. We had Sri Sumangala College taking on Thurston College, and the Sumangalians recording their 2nd win in a row. And that's something that will really lift their spirits. Thurston College, unfortunately, travelling up to Bogambara and coming a cropper against another Kandy team for the 2nd week in a row. And Dharmaraja College hosting St. Thomas's at Nithavala, and probably in one of the best performances that they've shown this season. St. Thomas's putting 48 points over the hosts, and that was an 8-try bust for them up there, preparing for their long-awaited clash against Isipatana next week. Today's fixtures, we've got 5 of them for you today on thepapare.com. And we have Zaira taking on Isipatana. That's going to be a very, very interesting game for sure. We have St. Joseph's hosting Trinity College. That's going to be an interesting match as well at CRNFC. Trinity have suffered a few injuries, so that'll be one factor that they will have to play around. And then we have Ananda College up in Nithavala against St. Anthony's, and that's going to be one of those matches where St. Anthony's absolutely have to win. But Ananda will certainly be fancying their chances here. And today's game, Havelock Park, that's where we are at now. Wesley hosting St. Peter's, and then of course we have Vidyartha taking on Royal at the Royal Complex, and that should probably be a fairly easy win for Royal given the way the form sheets have gone. SW, you see any upsets happening today? Who's your money on for this game? St. Peter's, one of the forces to be reckoned with before this season started, but as the season has progressed, Wesley have maybe turned the tables and shown that they are the ones to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Shanaka, because Wesley has surely taken those steps to come across and do good and play a good rugby. And St. Peter, on the other hand, has sometimes made some huff and puff game calls the last 2 years. But that's the champion team, so you can't write them off. And with Sarath Martis handling that side, anything could happen this evening. It all depends. The side that makes less mistakes and the side that takes the correct option, or the right option I should say, will have the upper hand.
Well, the teams are warming up. We've got to warm up our vocal exercises as well. We'll be back after the commercial break with live action.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Ramen paradamde.
Metana?
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්
හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට් රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක් The road is yours German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads Seat car radials The road is yours
Hi, I am Janidhi Dilishan. 2025 පාසල් රග්බි තරඟාවලියේ සෙල්ලම් කරන හැමෝටම හොඳින් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න මම සුබ පතනවා.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. තමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
Swiss Tech Tile Adhesive අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා. Summer refreshment the train එකට go
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්
දෙන රස බැයිය. Chirpy chips. රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
As the pioneer in Sri Lanka's bottled water industry, American Water has set the standard for over 3 decades to help you stay hydrated wherever you may roam, to provide healthy hydration for your whole home, and to nourish your growing family. With island-wide distribution, we've reached the homes and hearts of every Sri Lankan, ensuring healthy hydration for all. For over 30 years, we've brought the Earth's bounty directly to you, wherever you are, whatever your needs.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai, Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chilven lemon.
Love rugby,
live rugby.
Prima Kotumi, fun tamai.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat. Finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
By SW Chang as we anticipate a keenly contested affair, probably the match of the weekend, with all due respect to the other games that we have seen, some really close games as well, as we watch for Wesley taking on St. Peter's in what is going to be a humdinger of an affair in just a few minutes' time. In the points table, in this particular group, that's Group 1A, we're seeing both these teams at the top, SW 18 points each, and coming up really close behind is DS Senanayaka. So the result of today's game could really tell a lot in the future for these two teams as well, because if they don't get off that 18 points, then maybe DS Senanayaka, with that one game that they have left, might be able to overhaul them, because both these teams would have played 4 games at the end of this match, and if they remain on 18 points, then they might be pickings for DS.
Yeah, that's right. A surprise thing coming in through when you see the table. DS Senanayaka with a slight opportunity to come through.
And in Group 2A, St. Thomas's have played a game extra. We have Isipathana taking on Zahira today, so that matches column will go to 4 for most of those teams, and watch for Isipathana to maybe get a bonus point win and tie St. Thomas's on top with 24. So it looks like these two teams will certainly advance, and Kingswood and Zahira and Mahanama will battle it out to get into the Plate Championship. Mahanama has been an excellent surprise package in this group, SW.
That's true. That's Group 3A. We got Royal and Trinity on 18 points and 3 Sumangala with 12 points. Very impressive. The first season in the A Division. St. Joseph's, of course, with 10 points, and we're playing Royal. We're playing Trinity today. So if Trinity do get a win and Royal do get a win, so that sets up the 1 and 2 in Group 3A.
Certainly does, and that is a much anticipated clash, a pre-Bradby rehearsal, if you will, which is coming up next weekend. And for Sri Sumangale, they've played a game extra, as have Thurston, which means that they are in 3rd place in this table. And if somebody wants to take a picture of this and hold it for posterity, they would not be blamed. Top try scorers for this championship so far: Didula Jasurya on the wing for Royal College, and working on the back of some excellent work from Idris Farooq and his insides. He's got some nice space to work with. 8 tries he's got. And of course, in Trinity College as well, Minula Yadahige profiting from some good work inside him and has scored 7 tries. Dinuka Pereira of Royal College, another 6 tries for him. Kavin Jayasingh of Isipathana with 4, and Abdul Malik of Trinity. So Trinity and Royal rounding up the try scorers. They've been some high-scoring matches in that group SW, which has helped the wingers.
Yeah, I know, and then to spoil the party, Kevin Jayasinghe has come in from Visipatana. I'm sure that boy has scored many tries. Here we got the point scorer, Tidula Jayasuriya of Royal with 40 points. It is Farooq Royal once again with 40 points. That speaks some volume. Then St. Thomas's College, Mayank Kadas, 37. Minula Yaddige with 35 of Trinity. And Dilruwan Pereira Science College with 34 points.
Well, we've seen three of the kickers there, the out-and-out kickers, Idris Farooq, Mayank Kadas and Dilruwan Pereira. The rest have scored their points through the tries scored. So 8 tries for Didula and 7 tries for Minula, yielding their 40 and 35 points. But Farooq and Mayank Kadas has been pretty good off the tee this season, as has Dilruwan Pereira. He's not got as many opportunities as well, the Science College captain. He's one of the most impressive players I've seen on the pitch for any of the schools this season, SW. It's a pity he's not got the support or better infrastructure that he can really show his wares. Here's the crowd pouring into Havelock Park, everybody in anticipation in their double blue shirts and their blue, white and yellow shirts as well. As some of the gentlemen who will be doing battle in a few moments. This is going to be a real pitched battle, and we're going to bring you much more action as we come back in a few minutes after the break.
Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
The road is yours. German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
Are you okay? Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superbond for tiling. Tokyo Superbond. Do it right the first time.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus,
Save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
Hi, I'm Tarinder Rajwat. To all the schools participating in the Schools Rugby League 2025, we wish you all the very best and good luck.
Samada Samahan, Samada Suin.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැයිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
We're back live at Havelock Park, and the expectant crowd anxiously awaits the kickoff of this game, which will be moments away. And this is a Wesley section of the crowd. And what's really interesting from the team sheets that we have before us, and will be on your screens in a few moments, SW, is that it's almost the exact team sheet that Wesley have from last year, and that shows the way they have been playing. Here's St. Peter's, the visitors today. Ashwas Farooq, Sithila Nimsara, Janut Ratnayaka, Revan Pereira and Talis Choisaha, the big engine room. Lakithu Ranasinghe, Harsha Madhugaspe and the large Shenuka Pereira will be used off the back of that scrum. Rehan Sahid pairs off with Ashok Krishan. Rajit Jeon on the left wing. Pramukha Aditya and the dangerous Senuth Dinsara in the number 13 position. Vihan Rusit makes it to the starting 15 after being in and out of the starting 15 last year, and Vishenka Silva restored to the fullback's berth, the captain. Pereira, Herft, Kamil, Aros, Jayaratna, Noel, Abe Gunawardena, Wahab, Mantusha and Pamudita will make up the reserves bench for St. Peter's, the challengers today. And this is the Wesley team we were talking about. Pawan Thiranagama makes a move from the second row to the front. Keshara Rahul and Nelith Hapugala, Hamdam Safras and Manuja Jayavira, and Hivin Utmika, Naham Hemachandra and Sandul Gamampilla, the captain, makes up the third row for Wesley College. Shafran Wadud and Kaiser Lai, who's come up leaps and bounds in that number 10 shirt. Prarthana Rodrigo, Danush Disanayak and Mohammad Fawaz moves from the wing to the centres. Kavisha Dilhara and Abdul Hadi, one of the co-vice captains, unfortunately missing Thabit, who's broken his nose, the other vice captain, so Wesley will have to do without him today. Silva, Onassis, Rahman, Atvidu, Miskin, Janetti, Intikab, Hisham, Lakendra and Ryan on the bench to finish off the game for Wesley. The double blues looking good value this season, SW.
Yeah, they have. So it's left out to see how they perform under tremendous. I mean, St. Peter's is a side that any team would like to play with, and they have been tremendous. They're defending champions. So it all boils to one thing: is hope it will be a cracker of a match, and I hope the players will not hold back whatever the talent that they want to unleash today.
This is a game that will have an impact on the league title as well. Don't forget that these two teams are probably going to advance from this group into the Super Round. And once they get into the Super Round, the points that they scored against those Super Round opponents will count even if they don't play them again. So this is very much a match that will have an impact on the league proceedings. And the supporters from both teams know that as well. They know the intensity of this battle. The referees are out there. Everyone is ready. And we're waiting for the teams to run out here at Havelock Park. It's going to be a cracking game with the defending champions, as SW said, St. Peter's, unwilling to let go of that title. And if we know anything about Sanat Martis' teams, SW, it's the fact that they've got some real fight in them and will not give up to the end.
Yeah, that's for sure. As we wait for the long flags are out, it's a new thing that we have seen in the recent past. The teams coming under their flags and the junior players, the future of their school rugby players, holding it on as we wait for Wesley and St. Peter's. Having said that, you're right, absolutely. St. Peter's is not going to let it go very easily, and knowing their coach Martis, who is so committed, as we see the flags waving, I see the crowds, sea of blue. I'm sure that's from the Wesley College supporters.
Yes, this is a home game for Wesley, let's not forget, even though it is very much within the home turf of the Patrites, who reside just up the road at Bambalapitiya. The Bamba Brigade have very little distance to travel down here. Of course, Wesley coming all the way from Campbell Park in Baralla. But this ground is looking pretty good, SW. It used to be pretty dusty ground back in the day, but they've done some excellent work on it, and now with the rains that we've had as well, it's as soft as it's ever been.
Yeah, I think the rains coming down would have certainly helped the ground staff to maintain it, and hopefully it will be maintained right through the season, not only the club school season but going into the club season too.
And here's the crowds who've turned their heads and seen their heroes coming out. Wesley out first, led by Sandul Gamanpilla. And the crackers going off. And debris from the roof falling on us here in our commentary position as well. Firecrackers really should remain on the pitch, and I don't think we need them off the pitch in any school game or any real sporting occasion. St. Peter's led by Vishenka Silva. Had a bit of a torrid start to his season, but now we'll want to focus just on scoring tries, which is something he's very, very good at. Outstanding performer last season for St. Peter's, leading them to that charge of a title. As both teams come into their final huddle, final few instructions, final few words of inspiration from their captains, as this man also, Kalum Sandaruwan and Charan Iliyanage, the first assistant, they were up in Kandy yesterday watching over Dharmaraja taking on St. Thomas's. They will be ably assisted by Amila Rajakaruna, who is the second AR today. Fast open game, SW. As someone who's refereed a lot of games yourself, you want Kalum Sandaruwan to be the least talked about person today, don't we?
Absolutely, that's what they must look into, say that least seen player, person on the field, the 31st player on the field is a referee who didn't be bothered by anyone. Just concentrate on the game. Referee is a simple art. All you got to do was the action of the player was fair enough for the opponent to get the ball or not. That's all you got to check there. Yes, the rules are there, laws are there. You know about you can't drink and drive, but a lot of them do. So likewise, you got to control it, see that there is fair play to contest the ball. That's all you got to do, and safety of the player.
It's a simple game, rugby. It's meant to be played by players on their feet, having an even contest for the ball. Once you understand those things, everything else falls into place, as Wesley ask for their final favours. And the final huddle Also will be missing their vice captain today, Hafiz Thabit. And this dangerous broken field runners of St. Peter's will be itching to have a go at this Wesley defence, which has been pretty watertight this season so far. That's the captain, Sandul Gamanpilla, son of a former captain as well, Asanka. He's very much a household name in rugby media. As Vishenka will kick off for St. Peter's, going right to left on your screens as you join us from everywhere around the world. From the Middle East, from Australasia, from North America. As Vishenka Silva kicks off on ThePapare.com in this much anticipated St. Peter's versus Wesley encounter in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. Taking their time. And it's put up immediately by Shafran Wadud.
Play on.
And knocked back by the Wesley chaser and picked up nicely by Nimsara, who was chasing back the front row forward. It's taken back inside 22, so can't kick it out. It's partially charged down, so it's anybody's ball at the moment. It's gone back off a Wesley player, so that ball fell forward. And it hit the player in front, which is why that was ruled an offside.
Yeah, I think Shanaka.
And there was a tackle, and the tackler didn't roll away there. So Revon Pereira in the thick of things. in the number 4 jersey for the Papare. And that big front 5, making sure they get a march on. That's where the tackle occurred, SW. I think the Wesleyites were still under the impression it was still a maul and they didn't have to move, but the maul had disintegrated by that time.
Or may have thought that they have driven over the line.
Again, nicely taken in the front. Wesley opting not to contest. Papare being shoved towards the touchline, so they'll have to break away.
Tackle, release.
That's exactly what they do.
Number 7.
Number 7, Hemachandran needs to get away. Does so just in the nick of time, and that's Shanuka being driven back by some solid defense by the Double Blues. Still the big lads latching on each other, pounding away at this blue wall. It's been sustained pressure from St. Peter's for this first 6 minutes of the game. Sahid, nowhere to go. Runs straight into his number 1, Janidu Ratnayaka. Still available for the Papare though. Play on is the call. And Nimsara is cut down. 5 meters short. Now they're 4 meters short. It's slow ball, but Shanuka smashing into the center field. Shows and goes. There's Ashok, but an excellent tackle by Keshara Rahul. Still available for St. Peter's on the corner.
Number 8.
Good scrambling defense by Wesley, but the Peters forwards are right there. Here's Sahid. Shifts it on to the big number 1, Ratnayaka. Sahid. Here he is in centre field at the hooker Nimsara. Wesley recovering and folding really well in their defense. Good discipline from both teams here. St. Peter's have lost a little bit of ground, but they still have the ball.
Get back. 5, get back. 5.
Plenty of phases strung together so far. Here's Ashok, here's Shanuka. Good tackle on him, it's low, and there's a tackle assist from Abdul Hadi as well. Here's Senut Dimsara, the dangerous Senut Dimsara. Here's Vishankar Silva, gets a lovely pass away, but it's forward. And that brings us to an end of a wonderful passage of play from both teams. And Rajit Jayan thought he was under the post, but unfortunately for him, that ball had gone ever so slightly forward according to the referees.
Yeah, fantastic play by the both centre forwards. Wesley, most of the time in defence, as you can see, that was a very unfortunate fault. But both sides, Wesley's defence has held on. St. Peter's, on the other hand, has kept possession and tried everything on the book to get over the white line. But so far they have failed, and now the second scrum, and Wesley has got the loose head to it.
Bleed, doctor.
He's a blood injury, so there will need to be a quick substitution or a quick bit of patching up done. So as much as they've come in as underdogs to this particular game, St. Peter's have shown that they'll happily wear that tag. They've not moved out of the opposition 22 for almost 7.5 minutes.
Lead changer.
But to their credit, crowds have settled down now and the tension is palpable. You can cut it with a knife here at Havelock Park. Lakindu Ranasinghe has been one of the go-to men in the line-out for the Peters boys.
So far, Shanika, territory-wise and possession-wise, it's been all St. Peter's. At the end of the day, somebody might ask you, who gave that tag as underdogs to us? And we got the better of the team. But having said that, both teams are doing their job. That's the main thing. You see, one side is attacking, the other side is defending and holding on. And that's why the score, almost 8 minutes, and the scorers have not been troubled.
So an interesting tactic here from Wesley. They're feeding in from the right side of the scrum. As you know, the new rules say any member of the front row can hook. Just want to keep the scrum half away from the clearing kicker. And it's a lovely thump by Abdul Hadi. He needs someone chasing back though, as the Peterite back three can be very dangerous. Here's the most dangerous player of last year, Vishenka Silva, but his pass is not an accurate one. And into the corner goes St. Peter's, trying to recover. Wesley will be very happy with that outcome. Smashed back in a tackle behind the gain line was the Peterite forward. And this time Sahid will set himself up for the box. It's being nicely chased by Rusit, and it's a good contest in the air, but it's knocked forward.
Off that, if they do kick the ball and rolls in and goes into 22 meter, do they get the benefit of the 50-22 or 20 on the last occasion?
It's been knocked on by Peters first. You could see it off the scrum, off the tap there. So your question is, SW, if it's taken back into the 22, but it's as long as he's in the 50, as long as he's in your half and you kick it out in the opposition 22, then yes, the rule would apply. Big battle in the front by both teams, but ball is available, so they will play on. Mohammad Fawaz opting to straighten. There was a little bit too much of a gap between him and his outside backs, and very clearly obstructing the play there was a Peterite defender. Lai.
Number 9, high tackle.
It's 2 penalties in a row for the Peterites. Here's the drop kick. It's not a great one this time. He had one
Number 9.
in the last occasion that he put on the double blues jersey, did Kaiser Lai, but that time he didn't make the connection. And
Number 9, high tackle.
the high tackle from Sahid is what has got penalized.
So double do, 2 bites of the cherry. That's what you may call it. But nevertheless, you saw the referee's hand playing advantage. Might as they go for it. Be sure you're getting the penalty. And must say, Wesley in the attack has been quite impressive. The few seconds that they have gone so far.
Yes, they have. They've been pretty good with and without the ball. But I have to say, if I was put a gun to my head and somebody asked me to pick, I would have to say their attack is slightly better than their defense. As Abdul Hadi smacks this one straight through the posts. He's been very good off the tee. Just hovering about the list of top scorers. But needs to get his accuracy up if he's to really challenge and take Wesley home in these tight encounters. This is the first time that his kicking may come to the party to make a difference. And the first points of the day scored by Wesley, despite that intense period of 10 minutes of pressure from St. Peter's, who could not convert. Vishenka Silva to kick off. Thiranagama allowed a little bit of a run, but the ball goes backwards and nicely snaffled by St. Peter's. He's got to be careful, Naham Hemachandra. Wants to go after the ball, but not sure his technique is supporting him at the moment.
Get back. Number 5, get back. Number 5, advantage. Number 5.
Thiranagama giving away a penalty. And St. Peter's playing with advantage now.
Number 5.
Number 5 not getting out of the way.
Number 5, offside.
Sanaka, we got 12 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. And St. Peter's has been all the way for 11 minutes, may I put it 11 minutes, and Wesley just a minute, and they're 3 points up.
Certainly. And you have to ask whether St. Peter's, in such a close encounter, SW missed a trick in not taking some of those earlier penalties. They were going for the corner, and it's good to be positive, but you've got to respect the opposition you're playing as well. It's not all about the bonus points. Sometimes it's just about the win.
Sometimes it's going to be negatively positive.
30 seconds.
Or positively negative, SW. as Rajit Jeon takes plenty of steps back, lining this one up just about a meter or so outside the 15-meter mark. Havelock Park is hushed as he has 10 seconds to make his kick. Pulls it just wide of the left hand upright, and the scores stay as they are. Jeon knows that his connection was not the best one. He won't mind that. He'll have more opportunities in this game. And you can see that even though they're leading by a wafer thin margin, the Wesley crowd is on the edge of their seats. They know that this game is a crucial one in their title ambitions. Kaiser Lai now with the 22-meter dropout. Those unmistakable red cycle shorts. Vishenka Silva looking for the 50-22. That's Lai who knocks it backwards. Oh, but not backwards enough, says the referee. No complaints from Lai, who knew exactly what happened. Abdul Hadi, the co-vice captain, going up to his young fly half. You can see that bullet of a kick from Vishenka Silva. It's a difficult one to field, that low trajectory, but Lai should really have done better. So last time they had a scrum in this position, they came to their line. This time will Shanuka Pereira go off the back of the scrum? Yes, he will. Good draw and pass, 8-9-14. Unfortunately, there's a bit of confusion in the defensive line and the offensive line. And what was a promising start to a set-piece move has ended up with Wesley snaffling the ball. And Hamdan Safraz will... Abdul Hadi to clear his lines. Beautifully done by Wesley under pressure.
Abdul Hadi's son, father too, played for Wesley on the wing. And he was quick off his feet too. And the son got a long, beautiful boot in there. He can get long distance kicking and to get at least to earn about 40 meters for his side.
He's taken them just about over halfway. And the Pete Wright line-out has been good so far. They go to the back this time, and it's nicely taken by Hatan Madhugaspe. Again, the ball security for St. Peter's not being the best. It's an interesting one because St. Peter's suddenly fell over that ball. Larkin Singh coming on back, and you can see the pass. And unfortunately just had one hand hold, and this is where I thought that going straight over the top might have resulted in a penalty. But they went back for the knock-on, which was before the other offence. Wadud to Lai. In the line is Abdul Hadi, manages that diagonal raking kick towards Vihan Riswit. Vihan Riswit dancing along a tightrope there. The arriving St. Peter's forwards. From the base, he's forced to clear is Sahid. This time dancing along the touchline was Kavisha Dilhara. Bit of a kicking battle. Shanuka Pereira shows what he's made of. Smashes Wadud back. And that has put a little bit of volume into the Peters crowd. That's what people come to see. The big hits. And taken quickly that time by St. Peter's. Vishenka Silva. Tackle made the knock forward as well. So St. Peter's coughing the ball up, being their own worst enemy.
First knock on එක First knock on
Referees just double checking who knocked the ball on first. Just clarifying with his assistant. St. Peter's knocking the ball on first. That's Wesley second, so it will be Wesley ball. That wasn't exactly the knock on, but this one was. So just can't hold on to the ball, SW.
Yeah, I know, and crucial times when you're attacking and you have possession, and then you give away the scum putting to the other side. That's very bad. That's very harsh. You know, you can't win matches like that.
Also have to give credit to the tackle technique from these Wesley players. Again, that right side scrum feed, which Shamli now has patented, I think. A Thurston College coach. Nice ball in front of the player. Straight infield it goes, and
forward pass.
And forward pass called by the assistant on the other side. Be nice to see that one again. This is the pass that might have been forward. Have to check whether it's forward out of the hands. And the referee was right in line to see that one.
Steady.
That's the review's call. It's an umpire's call. I would go with the referee's call on that.
St. Peter's opting for the boot this time. Ashok. And here's the dangerous Kavisha Dilhara. Dragged down in a tackle beautifully by Aditya. St. Peter's undoing some good work from Pramutha Aditya. Very clear signalling from Callum Sandharuwan.
Actually, Shanaka, in a situation like this, you might as well give the ball to the opponents rather than giving a long arm, because they will put you around at least 30-40 meters down on the park, and you will have the line out throwing. Instead of that, if you allow them to have possession,
1 minute
they need to kick it from there to get out of the danger zone.
Not coming from behind the last foot or through the gate. The pit right defender there. So 1 minute water break for the double blues and the pit rights. It's still 3 points to nil, and we're more than a quarter gone in this game. Anxious looks on the faces of the Wesley supporters. And just to tell you what's happening across Colombo and Kandy, Zahira College trailing Isipatana by 12 points to 8. Trinity leading St. Joseph's by 17 points to nil. And Royal and Vidyartha 7 points all. Look for Royal to unleash in that second half. But here at Havelock Park, it's 3-0 and it has been a real ding-dong battle. It's like one of those scoring one-day matches, isn't it, SW? Nicely taken at the front by Wesley, and they get a march on. Keeping it up nicely. And Keshara Rahul has this at the back. Wadud now to Lai. Looping around. But that's a lovely bump off by the excellent number 12, Dhanush Dasanayaka. Cutting back against the grain. And that's a long ball out. But St. Peter's had drifted nicely, cutting off the angle for the Wesley team. In the thick of it is Abdul Hadi, not content to remain at the back. He's waiting for the ball at first receiver. Dasanayaka. Lai.
Get back.
Here it is again for Keshara Rahul. Not getting behind the last foot, the Peterite defense, so it's a free play for Wadud. Seeing the space on the short side, Hamdan Safraz. Little bit of space opening up, beautiful show and go that time by Dasanaika. Almost to the line.
Advantage. Captain, not release.
In fact, that was Lai who had the ball again. Busting through is Hamdan Safraz, the big man in the second row. Pavan Thiranagama, 5 on his back but playing at prop. Here they go again from close range. Are they over? Sandharawan on the line. It's one phase away surely for Wesley and it's over. Beautifully done in the end. They applied and applied and applied pressure. They used the advantage low to good effect and got over for an Amana back try.
They come, they stiff, and they score. Simple as that. They don't mug around. They don't waste their time. The twice they have come to this half, they have scored. First by a penalty, 3 points. Now going over the line, they just simply demolish when you come. St. Peter's must keep them away from their danger zone if they want to make a match out of this.
They certainly do. The conversion rate when they infiltrate the opposition 22 is excellent from the Wesleyites. And just short from Abdul Hadi. Pushing that one off to the side. So this is an aspect of his game he will want to maybe spend a little bit more time on to become the complete player and give his team those valuable 2-point cushions, isn't it, SW?
Yeah, absolutely, because this 1 point is very crucial because you see the replay at times and I'm thinking whether I'm seeing 8 Henrys on the field. Absolutely fantastic. The forwards have been class.
They have been pretty good indeed. Thiranagama. It's a rifled kick, but not a lot of distance. Nearly took the crowd out in front of our commentary position here. As Wesley going to a 2-score lead for the first time in this game. It's taken 21 minutes for it though.
2 meter. Oh, 2 meter.
What a game. Absolutely fantastic. All credit to the 15 on the field.
Okay.
That one is overthrown, but St. Peter's managed to control it at the back. Madhu Gaspe at the back, but leaves it to the bigger lads up front.
Tackle.
This is good gang tackling from the Wesley defensive side. They're making sure that St. Peter's don't get easy yards. Straight through for the grubber. That one coming off the padding.
Number 2.
But they will come back for the penalty.
Captain. Number 2.
Keshara Rahul being warned for a shoulder charge.
No. Shoulder ke dene
Sandil Gamal Pillar will have a word with his hooker. Here's where we saw it happening. He's in his headband there. Keshara Rahul. Can't quite see it there, but with the next contact, and although we couldn't see it, you can see that there's not much of a wrap from Rahul as he gets up. And this is a much easier kick for Rajic Jayon.
seconds. 20 seconds.
Even the respectful hush of the Havelock Sports Club ground is not able to direct that ball through the post, so A little bit of overcompensation from Rajit. Miss to the left. And this time misses to the right. So perhaps it'll be third time lucky for him.
Behind the ball, behind the ball. Get back.
Or perhaps another boot. But anyway, it's 8-0. Wesley are on top. Shanaka, if St. Peter's had converted all those penalties that they got in the first few minutes, it would have been a different story.
Certainly would have. Shanuka gives it away to his captain, who might try to go on his own now that nothing seems to be working for his team. Pick up and go is the call from beyond the halfway mark. So
Get back, number 5, get back.
11 minutes to go before half-time, and St. Peter's desperate to get points on the board before that break. Sahid now looking for Ashok. Here's Vishenka in the line. It's a good pass, but unfortunately a little too low for Rajit Jan, who's not having the best day today.
Handling has certainly let St. Peter's down, Chanaka, so far. And having said that, their recycling of the ball at the tackle situation has been very, very slow. Maybe steady, but they've been very slow. There's no impact.
Coach Martis looking at Vishenka Silva as a distributor this year, rather than a finisher.
Bye.
Sure, that's really his role. SW.
Good.
Falling into a bit of a Rico Ioane trap there. As Wadud runs a nice line. And that counter-ruck is good from St. Peter's. Nobody wanted to get to the ball there. The Wesley forwards.
Tackle, release. Tackle.
Again, made to work very hard for any yards, any lateral yards that they're making. And that time it's knocked forward, and here's big Hamdan Safras. Ball is rolling all over the place. This is like a bowling alley, SW.
Absolutely, it's very so sad. As we see a little bit of touching each other. I'm sure they must be, hi, how are you?
Bit of frustration creeping into the game, isn't it? Because St. Peter's know that they're better than this. They've dropped a few balls, so they really want to unleash some frustration. It's important that Wesley don't hold on to this and get engaged in the back chat. Sandun Kamarpila really needs to calm his team down here because he's in the lead. Doesn't want to do anything silly.
कंप्लेंट නැත් වෙනවා අපනවා කියලා රයිට් හරි හරි අපනවා කියලා කම්ප්ලේන්ට් නැත් වෙනවා ටීම්මේට් කියන් ඩිවයිඩ් කරන්න එපා කියලා රයිට් ඒක මම දෙන්නේ රයිට් ස්ක්‍රම් උඹ රයිනෝ බ්ලැක්
Sandun Gamarpila not really taking a step back there, showing that he's here to play, and seemed like it was controlled theatrical aggression from the Wesley captain, just to set a marker down.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Coach. Trying to get the better of the referee, trying to get the better of the opponent's skipper. But the sad part is the referee has to come in and warn him and say, don't bite. I mean, that's not in spirit of the game. We need to get rid of that.
I think the easiest way to get rid of that is making everyone wear mouth guard, isn't it, SW? It's very difficult to bite someone with a mouth guard on.
Absolutely, Shanaka. I fully agree on that.
Dasanayaka going blindside. Here's Hamdan Safras, plenty of running, makes that available. Wesley again, smashing towards the 22. Here's Vadud. At first receiver was Abdul Hadi. Almost stolen there by St. Peter's. And they go short side once again. Hemachandra into the 22.
Get back.
Keshara Rahul. The angle is a good one, but the pass isn't. Lai. Here he goes again, Des Dasanayaka. It's a big lad in centre field.
Advantage.
That was a high tackle, but doing well to get under that was Kavisha Dilhara. And there's another drop goal attempt from Kai Salai, but this time it's good.
Number one. Number one. Doctor.
Looks like there might be a small finger dislocation here. Quite a bit of back chats. Medics on the field for Wesley also getting involved a little. It's been pretty intense. Fortunately, Kavisha Dilhara is the one who looks like he's got a finger dislocation. Hopefully it's just one joint that can be popped back.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Wesley is using their forwards away from the tackle pod, and rather than keeping it close. And they're making numbers, they're making ground, they're making gaps. Where St. Peter's are keeping it very close. It's more pick and go. But here the distribution, and then make another pod, and then they distribute it out, and they're using the width.
The difference seems to be in the cardio conditioning, SW, because these St. Peter's lads, they're big boys. And they want to take it up the middle, they want to smash and make headway in the close tram lines. But somehow the Wesley forwards seem a little bit more mobile, and they're making St. Peter's move laterally. They're forcing St. Peter's to move away from their comfort zone, and they're really tiring them out. And that's why things are not looking so good for St. Peter's, and now looks even worse because number one, Ashaz Farooq, has been given a yellow card for a high tackle to add to the woes that he's already feeling, because he's got a heavily struck up face as well.
High tackle, number one.
That's a very, very advantageous position for Wesley. A very dangerous thing. As you see this now, the winger,
number 12 off, number 12.
Again, taking from the bases of the
number
scrum,
12.
moving away, seeing the gaps, evading the tackles, and trying to make room, penetrate every gap that is available.
Yes, they're spotting things well. They're playing what's in front of them. And this is what we talked about earlier in the broadcast, SW, the fact that this is a team that has played together for quite a few years now. And they know each other quite well. They trust each other, and you can see that on the scoreline. Nicely taken by Hemachandra in the middle of the line-out, and it's tidily done by Wesley. They've managed to undo some good defensive work by the Peterites. Lai. Fawaz straight through the gap. Still going, and is he over the line? Not yet. And it's opening up now for Wesley. Kavisha Dilhara will go in by the left corner flag. Almost under the post, but certainly by the corner flag. Kavisha Dilhara has lost his headband, but he's got 5 points.
On-field decision එක try grounding okay ඊට කලින් pass එක බලන්න ඕන forward beginning.
Well, they're checking a forward pass. The pass that led to the try. The grounding is okay, so on field the decision is a try. So referee Kalum Sandruwan will trot along with his assistants towards the big screen and just check whether there's a forward pass. Seems very much like the second assistant is very sure it was forward.
TMO.
Here's Lai coming around in the number 10 jumper. Watch him on the left side of the screen with the strapped thigh. He collects the ball there. And he passes that ball. That's the pass there. Our thinking is forward. It was called immediately by the assistant referee. But this angle won't really tell us anything.
Shanaka, thank God I gave up refereeing. Just imagine running the extra 75 meters to the screen to watch whether it was a forward pass or not.
The referees in the modern game probably have to do more running than the players. Here's Lai's pass. Can we see where it came from? Does it go forward off the hands?
Right, thank you.
The referee is right in line. We've got to trust his word.
Okay, forward.
Decision by committee, so it looks like
Forward
that
pass.
try will be
Forward
chalked
pass.
off. The Wesley players can't believe it.
Forward pass.
And the Patrites live to breathe another day. Sandul Gamanpila again remonstrating with the referee.
Captain! Repeated complaint करना है यहाँ thing. हर एक दमा मामला क्या ना team area ने में करना ना करने बाय.
Seems very much
Marky.
that both
Time on,
teams
time
are
on.
trying to paint the others as villains.
Number 8
Referee
out. Number 8
Sandharuwan
out.
not having any
Number
of
8
it.
out. Line it. Front row.
This is an important scrum. This is a very important passage of play, SW, because if Wesley turn the ball over here, keep the Patrites under pressure, then the game might be beyond the second half comeback. But if St. Peter's manage to get out of jail here, here's Vishankar Silva running out of his 22, or of his try line rather.
Advantage. Side entry.
Side entry is the call, and a bit of a pressure relieving penalty for
Number
St.
7
Peter's.
side
They'll be
entry.
very happy with that. And you have to say, Naham Hemachandra has not helped his team today in terms of discipline. Just a little over-eager at the breakdown and giving away penalties in crucial positions where his team could really have exerted pressure.
So we got about 3 minutes to half time. That forward pass, disallowed try, actually is huge relief for St. Peter's. They'd have gone up at 15 or 13 points, and you psychologically start thinking about it.
So what would have been an Amana Bank try has been chalked off. And St. Peter's now breaking through the line. Beautiful work from Madhu Gaspe, protecting the ball for dear life. In fact, that was Ratnayaka. And now it's available for St. Peter's. A little bit of space for the dangerous Vishankar Silva. In midfield, coming up from his position at fullback. Ratnayaka again.
Tackle roll, hands, no hands, no hands. Rock ball.
And here's Revon. Still going. Revon Pereira. Vishankar Silva now forced to kick. Doesn't go out, but again, it's not fielded well by Wesley. Their back three
Get back.
are dangerous but need to field the ball better, and that's a wonderful bounce. Really fortuitous bounce that time for Abdul Hadi, and they won't get the benefit of it because it is half time on referee Sandharuwan's watch. And Wesley College looking good value for their 8-0 lead. It's been a cracking first half. St. Peter's have only themselves to blame for all those dropped balls and not being able to string enough phases together. This experienced coaching staff with Sanat Martis at the helm, Rajiv Pereira, and of course Kevin Dixon will have to settle the lads down and come up with a little bit of a better strategy for how to break through the staunch Wesleyite defense. Wesley, for their part, just need to keep their heads, like Rudyard Kipling said. And we'll see whether both those teams can do that when we come back after the break.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. තමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
That was summer refresh when the train got to go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්ම නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Big question, right? What if you didn't have to choose just one version of yourself? What if you could explore them all? In one universe, you're building the future. In another, you're saving the planet. Or leveling up in the business world. At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself so that you can discover the best one. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superset for bricklaying and plastering. Tokyo Superset. Do it right the first time.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Big question, right? What if you didn't have to choose just one version of yourself? What if you could explore them all? In one universe, you're building the future. In another, you're saving the planet. Or leveling up in the business world. At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself so that you can discover the best one. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Big question, right? What if you didn't have to choose just one version of yourself? What if you could explore them all? In one universe, you're building the future. In another, you're saving the planet. Or leveling up in the business world. At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself so that you can discover the best one. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Ah, boss, I got you some homemade milk toffee. Shall I bring it now? You know, no matter what others say, you are really important to us. I have never seen anyone care about the company as much as you do.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Hopefully, old age will not get the better of us in the commentary box and we will get the players' names right for the second half. SW, St. Peter's absolutely have to score first.
Yeah, you're right. They need to get something on the board and get a taste up if they are to continue the dominance of the or defending their title So it will be a good half, hopefully. But nevertheless, it has been good, tough rugby. No quarter given, no quarter asked.
Yes, it's not been a particularly scintillating game for the spectators, but it has been tense. So tense, in fact, that referee Sandharuwan has had to have a chat with both sets of captains before the second half. And that was a long chat from referee Kalum Sandharuwan. After that chat turns on his mic. Sandun Gamalpila has been particularly combative.
Ready?
Vishenka Silva not taking a step back either. It's been a reflection of how the two teams have played this game so far in this battle for the top spot in Group 1A. Dangerously bouncing this one. St. Peter's trying to rescue this ball after that kickoff was botched. Held up is the call, and Kalum Sandharuwan awards the scrum ball to the team that did not take it into the maul.
Number 8.
Vihan Rusit.
Number 8 back. 5 meter back.
Not taking that ball every time a kickoff bounces, SW.
5 meter.
You know it's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. They waited for the bounce. They were watching that bouncing and dancing. Then picks it up. And there's no urgency rush to get the ball protected and clear their lines. Instead of that, they are facing the dangerous situation now.
So Wesley putting into the scrum almost exclusively from the right-hand side. Just trying to take the scrum half out of the defensive equation as Mohammad Fawaz powers his way towards the line. Here's Wadud. Lai stepping. Lays the ball back nicely, but hands in the ruck is the call, and it's the correct one indeed.
Number 6.
Lakindu Ranasinghe, referee Sandharuwan right on the spot, and he was on his haunches when he scooped that ball back. It's very clear, and Abdul Hadi has no hesitation in pointing to the posts.
That's absolute common sense. There's nothing. Just go for the 3 points. The window of scoring has come in front of you. You might as well take it. Whether it's 7, whether it's 5, whether it's 3. You still got points on the board.
You can see that he had lost his footing there and was almost on his knees. Lakindu Ranasinghe, when he scooped that one back, an unfortunate disciplinary error to allow Wesley to pull further ahead, 11 points to 0. Abdul Hadi making no mistake with a simple kick. And this is where game management will come to the fore. Wesley have shown that they are the better side. They have to just make sure that they manage territory well enough to not allow St. Peter's back.
The attacking lines, the attacking thinking, the attacking angles, you may call it, it's just the attacking has been simply fantastic. Not to be out, not to say that they have not had a very good defensive plan. They have that, but the attacking has been the key. As you mentioned before, the attacking has been nice to watch and good to watch.
Vishenka Silva, the man with the ball in his hand, will need to spark some magic for his team. But the problem for these broken field runners from St. Peter's, SW, Vishenka Silva, Vihan Rusit, and Senuk Dinsara, who was outstanding in a couple of previous games for St. Peter's, they haven't had the platform up front to really launch. Mohammad Fawaz drills this one low and out of the danger zone, but it's a good attacking platform from the Peterites now. Their line out has been good. It is something that they have to launch from. One man down there, a big man down in their forward pack with Ratnayak on the bench.
Right play. Right play.
Nicely read that time by Wesley. It was Ranasinghe who was the target. And Wadud will now send it all the way back for Kaiser Lai to find touch just where it all started back again. He's gotten much bigger than he was last season, Kaiser Lai. Nimsara at the receiver position, so you know it's going to be a driving maul. There he is with the ball in hand, but well defended by Wesley once again.
Release ball, release the ball.
So Gamampila doing well to get out of the way there as St. Peter's use the one-out runners. Into the 22 they go. But the ball has been spilled forward once again. It's been such an error-strewn game.
Crucial. They can't keep possession, and especially they can't keep possession with them when they go in for a little bit of pressure coming onto them. Taking these tackles, they are not even.
Mark it.
All mates.
8 out, 8 Mangian. Right, ready?
In the front row there. Having a go at each other, but also enjoying it. 7-man scrum.
Right in.
Because of the yellow card for the Peterites. Lai stands and passes to Fawaz, who drills it straight down the field. And again the ball allowed to bounce by St. Peter's. It's dangerous now. Rajit John.
No.
The Peters chase is good, and it's a counter ruck is good as well. And that's criminal from St. Peter's, not wanting to attack the ball. This back three. It's a confidence issue, isn't it, SW? They just don't seem to believe in themselves at this moment.
Yeah, you're right. If you see that ball bouncing, the winger number 11 not taking that high ball, all after he missed those two crucial penalties, somebody needs to get him there and say, okay, forget about it, because he's actually watching that ball bounce, and that takes some time to come back to yourself. By that time, Wesley are all over there.
Wesley have been exploiting this as we see Ratnayaka coming back. It's yellow card time has elapsed, so it's 15 on 15. Nicely taken that time by Hivin Utmika. Lai for the cross kick.
Number Captain.
Well, they're really getting under the skin of the Peterites here.
Collapse. Small collapse.
They've gone all the way back for the collapse small. There's a bit of theatrics happening on this far side.
Okay.
මුනුත් ගහ ගන්නවා මුන්ගේ නම්බර් 8 යි උඹ කැප්ටන්
හරි මාර්ගේ මෙතන සිද්ධ කිය
මෙතන අරු පොඩි තල්ලුවක් දැම්මා එච්චරයි ලොකු කේස් එකක් නෑ ලිටල් බිට් හාටි පාටි ඉෂුව එකක් නෑ
ගැව්වේ නෑනේ කවුරු
නෑ තල්ලු බල්ලු විතරයි
captain
Can sense that Vishankar Silva wants something to happen here. He's trying to milk a penalty from that little off the ball stuff.
ආගියු කරන්න ගහ ගන්න යන්න එපා. right තල්ලු කරන්න ඕන. විසිල් මොකුත් රියැක්ට් කරන්න එපා. right මොකුත් රියැක්ට් කරන්න බෑ. ටීම් දෙකම කියන්නේ no action. ටීම් දෙකම කියන්නේ.
Referee has so many chats with the captains, but nothing seems to be working. If I was on the field, I would have called the captain and said, okay, substitute yourself with two different leaders.
Yes, you have to ask yourself how many times there's going to be these Camp David discussions. Nicely taken in the front. And Wesley now get the march on, a few inches short of the line. It stopped once. They're still going, still going. Wesley pleading for the try. And Pawan Thiranagama emerges with the ball, but
not clear. There's no
clear grounding, so they want to have a look. It's a pile of bodies there, SW, but you have to say that
on PL decision not try, not clear evidence. Please check the grounding.
Here's Thiranagama with the ball.
Hey, back. Captain. Team में
just captain, too many bodies. Let's have another look. Sandharuwan. The team of 3 entrusted with this, so there's no TMO. There's just a production crew who will help the officials. You can see the ball just there. And you can see a blue arm. And it's clear evidence to overrule the initial decision. And Pawan Thiranagama, he knew. As soon as he went over, he knew. He's got a big smile on his face, the prop. He's enjoyed this game.
What a joy, what a joy. Absolutely. They truly deserve every point they scored. The attacking house has been so good, well constructed. Even the driving ball was well constructed till they went over the line. I mean, St. Peter's had no answer to this kind of attack.
You have to say that when a driving maul gets that much momentum, SW, it's very likely that the try is scored. And Kaisalai finds his, Abdul Hadi finds his kicking boots. Maybe change them at half-time. And the fullback puts the icing on the cake for that try from the Amana Bank try from Pawan Thiranagama. One of the few players, when you look at his face, SW, doesn't seem to be too overawed by the occasion. Wadud feels nicely. Puts the kick in, and from just inside his 22, that's a really good exit. So this is what we were talking about earlier about the game management. That's the drive and that's the try. The left arm of Thiranagama. St. Peter's have just not been able to get the ball into the hands of Senuth Dinsara in dangerous positions enough. The forwards have been hitting it up, just not allowing the backs to come into the game. Again, a ball spilled off the line out. Yes, that's an
release. Tackle release.
No release in the tackle.
Tackle release.
The rip was good, but the assist wasn't. And Ashok Krishan wonders why nothing is going right for the Pete Wrights today.
Wow. Interesting. 48 meters or 49 meters dead in front of the post. 18 points to nil.
Don't move.
St. Peter's down. Anyone look at the scores won't believe it.
Well, the instructions from Abdul Hadi is 3 points would be good, but just thump it as long and hard as you can. Make them kick it back to us. Oh, just under just didn't have the legs. The direction was great. And Vihan Rusit now. He's got some replacements on the park now to St. Peter's. Timsara takes him outside the 22, but again, a really nice bit of defensive work from the forward pack.
Taking in. Leon.
Forced to clear under pressure, and it's anybody's ball as it was touched.
Offside. Not forward.
Oh dear. Shanuka Pereira not able to get out of the way in time. He grabbed onto the ball after it was played by one of his own players and giving away the penalty.
Penalty.
Have to think it's another 3-point opportunity.
Touch.
Well, that's an interesting thought process. They took the one from 49 meters out, but not the one from 30 meters out.
Sometimes you get confused. They will not take all the penalty that is in their part, but after having failed all the attempts, then from a distance they'll try the 3 points.
Important line out. That's the ball that was played, and it was knocked forward and picked up in front by Shanuka Pereira. Just a little bit of red mist there.
Right on.
Pawan Piranagama again, making sure he calms things down. Kesara Rahul. That one is sacked by Shanuka Pereira, but referee says that no, it was a collapse, and the driving ball, it's still
Number 1
good.
side entry. Number 1.
That's 2 penalties now.
Number 8 collapse. Number 1 side entry.
For Wesley.
No, mark no.
Well, this could spill over, SW. This really could spill over. It's been brewing for a while.
But I think Shanuka, the management should not get onto the field.
Absolutely.
The boys there should handle it with the referee.
Absolutely. Ranjan Vikramaratne needs to get off the field and leave this to the officials and the boys. Everybody in a yellow bib on whichever side they are needs to get off the field.
Number 6 tama macam patan gatte. Gawwa utama issalla.
Gawwada?
Gawwa.
Number 6.
Number 6. Peters number 6. Uda card ek karyanne wena.
Recommendation apa yellow? Captain. Be kotana place hai kotana.
Very clear instructions from the
Captain,
assistant.
Captain.
Punching
Number
by
6. Number 6.
Duranasinghe.
Are what ganda bag, right? Yeah, catch karna hai. Recommendation. Out.
See if we can see what
Captain.
happened again.
Captain.
Lucky Duranasinghe, very clearly identified by the assistant
Penalties
as
turak තියෙනවා.
the initial assailant.
5 meter එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ මෙතන එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ line එක
හරි. 3 penalties අතර මෙතන. අතර.
Punching.
Abdul Hadi, no hesitation in knocking this one into touch. Hemachandra this time takes it in the middle. It's a nice wedge formed by the Wesley Ice. They're driving over. Have they got it down? Yes, they'd have. It looks like it's Pawan Thiranagama once again, and he's confident. They'll have another look. Want to have a look again, of course. Just want to make sure they get it right.
On field decision try. Please check the grounding.
On-field decision is a try. So there will have to be clear evidence to overrule that try being scored. Watch Thiranagama here again. He's in the number 5 jersey. They start on the right and angle across to the left. That's Thiranagama with the ball in his left hand. Well, that's an interesting one, isn't it, SW? The Peterite defender will argue all day that he got his hand under that ball. There's no reason why he shouldn't have, because if you watch where he comes in, the ball is exposed to him. That's where he gets his arm. Does he get it fully under or not?
කලින් එක දාන්න ආපාර තව කලින් එක බලමු එකපාර. කලින් ඇන්ගල් එක දාන්න. නාර අතේ එනවා වගේ තියෙනවා. අතේ එනවාද කියලා තියෙනවා.
Watch number 5 on the right of your screen. Angling across. It's dragged down. And is there a hand under there or not? Well, the try has been awarded. There needed to be clear evidence to overrule the try, SW, and I don't think from that angle we could see anything about a hand being clearly under the ball.
So the benefit of the doubt to the scoring team. But nevertheless, they deserve that try because they just drove into the Peterite forwards. They've been doing it right along.
And just wide of the left hand upright, but you've got to ask about Pawan Thiranagama's technique there. He needed to have shifted the ball to the opposite hand, didn't he? When he knew he was exposed to the defense. And I thought the Peterites could have gone in and really put their arm around that ball before they dragged the ball down. Seemed more intent on collapsing it rather than getting under the ball. Vishenka Silva with another kickoff. Here's the try scorer.
Blue back, blue, number 19 back, number 19 back.
Lai pumps this one right up to the 40-meter mark. That's an excellent clearance by the fly half.
Shanika, the other interesting point there, or what I would like to see, is that the defending Peterite player took him down over. Was it on this side of the line or on that side of the line? If it was this side of the line, you didn't even go under the post.
Wait.
You're absolutely right, SW. I was wanting to come to that as well, because it looked like the collapse started before they crossed the try line. And even if it wasn't scored, it would certainly have been a penalty try.
Wait.
Especially since they were on a warning for collapsing from before.
Wait.
It's been a stop-start affair, hasn't it? Still 20 minutes to go. Anything could happen. St. Peter's with these mercurial runners, but they do need the ball. It's nicely taken by Abe Gunawardena. Manages to lay it back for his team. Can they do something with this now? Wesley still intent on defending for their lives. Kamanpila rolling away. And here's a lack of imagination, isn't it, SW? They're using this tactic even in their 40-meter mark. They need to get the ball in the hands of Senut Dinsara. Mohammad Fawaz has done well to cut off those passing lanes.
Okay.
Here's Abdul Hadi now with the chance to run. Spinning out of one tackle. Good work by the forwards to clear that ball, and Lai, who's clearly nursing a bad knee or a bad thigh. Pawan Thiranagama is having the game of his life today. So lovely kick finding acres of space behind Vishenka Silva. Can he work some magic? Ducks under the first tackle, goose steps. Still going Vishenka Silva. Bumps off one but not the second. Hema Chandra brings him down. Here's Revon. Wants to get the ball in a little bit more space. Nice shoveling on. Short passes for Shanuka Pereira. Quickly taken by St. Peters. This is exactly what they need to do. Vishenka Silva still standing in the tackle, but Wesley ruthlessly bringing him down. Ball has been knocked forward and it will be another try. Can see that Wesley are sensing blood. SW, they know. And in these games you can sense, can't you? You can sense when you've got the opposition under your boot.
Number 9. Yeah, because Wesley has what they have done is they have sent their opponent into the panic mode. If you see that quick tap being taken, instead of that they should have gone to the corner, had their line out and worked from there. Instead of that, they took a quick line out. Now they are in their half, own defending with the loosest scrum to them. They sent them into the panic mode. That's the main thing. With 23 points on the board, with one player sitting and enjoying his evening.
Farooq and Sahid go to the bench.
Ready. Coach. Bye.
Replaced by
Set.
Jamal Wahab.
Don't push.
The 21 jersey at halfback.
Up. Tight bind to that. Why into Monday? Right, gun. Ready. Coach. Bye. Sit. Steady.
Left hand feed this time from Wadud. Looping around nicely, and that's a great pass. Unfortunately, the angle from Abdul Hadi wasn't the best. Again, lots of shoulders going in, just stuff off the ball. Referee Sandharavan really needs to lay down the law here. It's a lovely little move, and if the angle was right, could have ended up in a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanuka, St. Pete, Wesley are playing a fantastic game that they have been not doing so for a long time. And that against the defending champions.
Big drive by Wesley there. Really turning everything on here, and it's not been Vishenka Silva's day today. Drops that one cold.
Black ball.
Shanuka has no option. Mohammad Fawaz chatting back to the referee. Realizes exactly what he's done and scurries to the naughty chair. Big tackle by Dasanayaka. Ashok Krishan has had very little quality ball from his forwards, and when he's got it, Wesley has swallowed him up.
Yeah, once again, as I said, panic. They got to move on to their half. They can't run running from that side. And when you're 23 points down with one player off, it's equally balanced now. And the spectators are calling for a high tackle.
Bind. Sit. Steady. Up.
So it's now or never. 14 minutes left, and one man down in the Wesley defensive line.
Ready. Coach. Ready. Hurry up.
This is where the extra man will count.
Bye.
And St. Peters desperately need to attack.
Steady.
They'll want to try and turn this ball over as quickly as possible. Wadud. Dasanayaka with the short ball to Gammanpila. Lovely tackle on him by Kamil. But they've stolen it back. Dasanayaka, Pawantiranagama stepping in field, making the ball available.
Play on, play on.
Play on is the call as Wadud comes back to the blind side. Nicely stolen that time by Jamal Wahab. It's taken quickly by the replacement halfback, Shanuka. Now they've got some space to run, but instead of running, they've put the ball to boot. And it's gone out on the full. Lucky to have come back. The decision making from St. Peters has been really panicked and really rushed.
Yeah, that's right. They're trying that. I'm sure they would have never been in a situation like this for a couple of years. Now they're beginning to understand that how you play the game when you're 23 points down.
Got to play some catch-up rugby, and here it is again, just snatching at that one was Vishenka Silva, not finding that desperately needed touch. And Abdul Hadi managing to bounce this one into space. Just hasn't been St. Peter's afternoon. They'll have to chalk it off as a bad day in the office.
Number 10 out, number 10.
And go back to the drawing board.
Number?
You can see the coaching staff with the cross of the Knights Templar on their t-shirt. Terence Henry. The team has played like King Arthur's Knights today, you have to say. 23 points to nil against the defending champions. We thought Wesley were the favourites, but we didn't anticipate this margin. And St. Peter's not scoring a point.
Aditya clear na mata magadi kiyanne? Ha hari.
Coming back from the sin bin is Lakindu Ranasinghe. And that's as dramatic an entry from the sin bin as I've ever seen.
Right, time on.
Shanika Pereira to throw in. That time they get it right. It's Ranasinghe indeed. And now Senuddin Sara for the first time getting a chance to run the ball. Here's Vishenka Silva. He's got oodles of space.
Number 7 back, advantage.
Thumped back in the tackle was Noel.
Repeated penalties, out.
And Hema Chandra will now reduce Wesley to 13 players. Have we seen the beginning of what could be one of the most dramatic comebacks in schools rugby league history? 13 players have to hold out for 10 more minutes. Hema Chandra, we talked about him earlier, how he needed to improve his discipline. And now he's left his team a line-out jumper shot.
Get back.
And renewed energy from the Peters bench. Shanuka still going. Lakindu Ranasinghe dragged back in the tackle, and it's been stolen. So Ranasinghe really with that rush of blood to the head needs to leave it to his backs now. Taken back.
Number 19
and
back, number
good
19.
game management that time by Shifan Indikab. Vishenka Silva, he's getting to run, but from the worst parts of the field, straight into the hands of Keshara Rahul. Oh, and that's a big miss from the skipper. And another flying high tackle from Kavish Adil Harris, lucky to get away with that. Shanuka. It's chaos here at Havelock Park as St. Peters are desperate to score against a two-man down Wesley defensive line. Can this 13 men of Wesley hold out? Lovely inside ball to Vishenka. Vishenka still going, gets it away to Ashok Krishan. Still playing 61 minutes, 9 minutes to go. Can they hold on, the Wesleyites? It's been knocked forward, the story of their evening. Their best passage of play since the first 10 minutes SW, and then knock it on again.
Knock on Skello, where St. Peter's are concerned. Absolutely can't keep, but Wesley defense is holding on so well. Fantastic defense by the Wesley forwards, the threes. They're well geared. They know exactly what they need to be doing up there when the ball is around, being tossed around. The defense, their concentration has been absolutely spot on.
There it is again, that little knock forward. Just been grasping at the ball instead of allowing it to come to them. St. Peter's are a better side than the scoreboard suggests. And this loss won't mean too much because they will still make it. If other results go their way, of course. But not having scored a point, SW, not getting close, it means that they've left the door slightly ajar for DS.
Bye. Oh, you're thinking about that. Because St. Peter's attack, for some reason or other, it's not making the yards, it's not making the holes. They're not punching it anywhere. And by doing that, they're not trouble the scorers.
In the cub.
Don't charge.
Here's Dasanayake. He's been a rock in the center of midfield today. Nice space now available for Kavisha Dilhara. Try scoring machine. And again, the discipline of St. Peter's letting them down. No option but for referee Callum Sandaruwan to call them all offside. And this is where Wesley just need to play their territorial game. And Abdul Hadi misses touch. Vishenka Silva. Plenty of running, but from his own goal line and inside his own 22. That's not where they want him to have the ball, but that's where Wesley have kept him.
No hands, blue release.
Desperate times for St. Peter's now. They know they have to get a point on the board. No bonus points for them today. Still going, Vishenka trying to make something happen. Jamal Wahab goes to his pod of forwards. Rana Singh battling his way to the floor. Here's Shanuka, the big number 8.
Tackle release, tackle release, advantage.
No release from the tackler that time. And Ashok Krishan for the first time sees a glimmer of light. Takes the gap, but forced to ground very quickly. Shanuka Pereira, the same thing happens to him. Here's Revon Pereira, 1 out runners. They're not going to win this one. Playing this game plan.
Advantage. No, stop. Advantage. Number.
The difference is Wesley in their attacking moves. They dazzle on their feet. They're dancing on their feet. But St. Peter's, on the other hand, with ball in hand, they're just hovering around in one area, grey area. They're not going, keeping it wide where the gaps are.
That's a wonderful punt by Senut Timsara. Outstanding kick as the crow flies. Made about 60 meters.
Number 11,
Got to
number
ask
21.
why he wasn't entrusted with the touch kicking duties a little earlier on in the game. If he's got
Time
that
off.
kind of a rifle boot on him.
Number 11. Out. Ganda buta. Hey, visi dekade.
St. Peter's now with a important attacking line out. They have to trouble the scorers in this game. At least for pride, if not much more. Probably time to talk about our player of the game. SW had some excellent performances by this Wesley College side.
Shanaka, are they willing to give that award to the 15 or the 22 boys on the Wesley College? They've done absolutely fantastic today. It's very difficult to name somebody.
Well, we are compelled to give a Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match award. I would love to give it to all 8 as St. Peter's now break away from that maul and Revon Pereira charges towards the line. Can they get a consolation score, St. Peter's? They're about 7 meters short.
Get back.
You have to applaud this defensive effort by Wesley. The ball is behind Krishan.
Advantage. 21 offside, 21.
Intikab a little over eager and giving away the penalty, and now the space opens up. A yawning gap opened up for Netchan there, but unfortunately
21, number 21 offside.
He just didn't see it in time. But for me, the 2 front rowers, Pavan Thiranagama and Keshara Rahul, who has managed to win the lineouts, been defensively excellent today. SW shutting out this powerful Peters team. Here they go. We say shutting out, but St. Peter's may have the last word here.
Advantage. Number 2 offside. Number 2. Tackle, release.
And the try is scored.
Number 2 offside.
In the 67th minute. St. Peter's gets the try. And it's Revon Pereira, the dangerous Revon Pereira, always a difficult customer with ball in hand. But for his 2 tries and his defensive performance today and the leadership that he has shown of this pack, I think Pavan Thiranagama in the number 5 jersey is SW's and my Swiss Tech Player of the Match.
He's been a pick of everything, marshalling his troops on that drives, scoring the tries. Defensive work has been absolutely fantastic. Actually, really, in a high-riding team, it is so evident to spot that talent out. It talks volume by itself.
Certainly does. Commendations also to the rest of the front 5 for Wesley. Unfortunately, we can't give the award to every one of them. Not a huge fan of awarding Man of the Match awards in school rugby to team performances like this. But I'm sure Pavan Thiranagama will know that he has to share this award with the rest of his team. For St. Peter's, though, nobody has really stood out. They've shown plenty of heart, but somehow the execution has just completely evaded them.
The scores we have, there is Royal 29, Vidyartha 7, the final score. Ananda leading over St. Anthony's by 3 points. They're not finished the game as yet. And Isipatana coming out winners 38 points to 27 with Zaira.
Well, that's 27 points that they've conceded, which won't please the coaching staff all that much, especially coming up to a big game against St. Thomas's next week. The other results, of course, going according to what we thought, especially that upset against St. Anthony's by Anand. Still going that game, of course. And 23 points to 5, a really unexpected result here at Havelock Park by Wesley. In what has been a scrappy and bad-tempered game, you can see Pavan Thiranagama once again just arguing the case for peace. He's played the 70 minutes as well, the tight head prop. Keshara Rahul has been given a rest. In an impressive bandage is Hivi Nutmika on this near side flank. So made a shift again. Thiranagama has gone to the tight head side.
Point. Set.
That looked like it was absolutely the right call.
Ten
Shanika
okay.
Pereira
Ten
taking
okay.
it quickly. Flying into the tackle though was Hema Chandra back from the sin bin. Ranasinghe latches on. Again it's slow and short yards by St. Peter's. Show and go from Ashok Krishan,
Okay,
but
play on.
nothing happening as the steal is good and it's stolen back.
Ruck ball, ruck ball, ruck ball.
Here they go again on the short side. Senut Timsara just managing to elude, but good tackle by Kabisha Dilhara in the end, but he was held and didn't release the ball. Oh dear, oh dear. Are we going to see more cards in the dying minutes of this game? Abdul Hadi just did not need to go into that contact. The whistle had long gone. And what's a little concerning about this SW is the amount of people on the sidelines who are not part of the playing group who are getting involved in this. This is something that the Schools Association really has to stamp down on.
1000%, I totally agree. That's where the thing comes in, because you don't know who's in. It can be anybody.
Well, unfortunately, a little bit of an anticlimactic end for what has been a superb performance by the Double Blues, underlining their title aspirations with a comprehensive defeat of the defending champions. Outstanding team performance from them, where we absolutely had to scrape with our fingernails to find a Swiss Tech player of the match, given how good a team performance it was. And that shot of Madhu Gaspe with his head in his hands just signifies the afternoon that St. Peter's have had. Tears streaming down the face of Rajit Jion there, who missed a couple of early penalties and will think that what if. But it was a superior performance, and I don't think any of the St. Peter's players can blame themselves.
Fantastic
the
performance
Double
by
Blues
Wesley.
crowd swarming onto the pitch.
Fantastic performance by Wesley. After being out now 23 points to 5, it's joy and scenes where the Double Blue are celebrating after many years. And St. Peter's, of course, the defending champions, will come back strongly, that's for sure.
These are the highlights of the second half, and it started off badly with Abdul Hadi knocking over a penalty in the first minute of that first half. Then we had a couple of closely reviewed line-out drives, which ended up in tries for Wesley. And that try would probably have ended up in a penalty try as well. And this was where finally St. Peter's got over the line in the 68th minute of the game. They started off really well, but somehow fell away. And Abdul Hadi very graciously knocks that ball into touch and says, "Thank you very much. We'll take this comprehensive win with us." And you can see 3 tries, 1 conversion and 2 penalties, the difference to just 1 try scored by the defending champions Pawan Thiranagama, our man of the match, not just for those 2 tries but for his all-round game, spearheading the defensive effort and the game management that he showed as well from the front row. And a commendable mention to his front 5 as well, and captain Sandul Gamanpela, who I thought led very well, made sure he didn't take a backward step in the face of this dangerous Peter Wright team, and won the mental battle, SW.
That's right. That's absolutely fantastic performance. I mean, I don't think anyone will believe that it has been 23 points to 5. We got Ananda beating St. Anthony's up there.
And we've got a really important game tomorrow up at the Bogambara Stadium. Kingswood taking on Mahanama in a must-win battle for both of those teams. Mahanama the surprise package in that group, and Kingswood College will be at home and desperate for a win. But after their performance against St. Thomas's last week, Mahanama will be confident of that as well. Can they go into the Plate Championship in their first year of asking? That's live on thepapare.com tomorrow. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this outstanding game of rugby and a fabulous performance by Wesley. Their title aspirations are very valid given the nature of this performance, and other teams in the top of the other groups will definitely sit up and take notice. And from SW Chang and myself and the rest of the Papare production team, it's goodbye for now.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
This is Sri Lankaවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
තමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Hi, I'm Heshan Jansen. 2025 ස්කූල් රග්බි සීසන් එකට සහභාගී වෙන හැමෝටම සුබ පතනවා. All the very best.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Saratama enjoy karanga party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Hi, I'm Navi Marsinga. I'm here to wish you all the very best for the School Rugby League. So make sure to have fun and reach your potential. Enjoy.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
That was summer refresh when the train ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
Maliban lemon puff puff. Lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide. Rasa lemon rasa ye. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff Maliban lemon puff chill when a lemon. The road is yours.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
තමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්.
Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine, just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit, never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
Hello everyone, Shahid Zumbri here. DTV Schools Rugby League Selangarna Hamotama, Subapatana. All the very best. Good luck.
Samada Saman, Samada Suin.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swisstech Skin Coat, finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
Swisstech Aquashield 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්.
හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.